Everything you do is exceptional. You deserve the best, cause you give me nothing less. And I'll be damned if I ever dare to let you go. I'd be downright crazy to deserve my baby. He cooks my meals, washes my clothes, holds me tight when I need a shoulder to cry on. He holds me down so I'll always be around, forever and always. That's why I just wanna show my appreciation for everything you've done. Baby, you're such a good.
It's PATisDOPE, and I'm here with
Patrice live.
Let's talk about what we just witnessed, or the beautiful performance we just seen.
Yeah, I performed my song Winner. That's on my debut album, Ghost of Boyfriends Past. So he got me to do an impromptu performance.
And she was into it. I had to stop her, and I felt bad by stopping her. Boyfriends. See, it's a lot. I interview a lot of artists, and they talk about girls, and we call them all different names. Well, what's up with the boyfriends, and how has the boyfriend or past relationships inspired this project?
Sure. So Ghost of Boyfriends Past is sort of a play off of the movie Ghost of Girlfriends Past with Matthew McConaughey, when he went back in time and saw how he did all his old girlfriends. So I thought it was real. I liked the movie, and I thought it was real cool that he learned, some things that he had done and some things that they had done in his past relationships, and he sort of learn how to be better in his future relationship. So that was kind of the inspiration. I kind of examined my life and some of my friends and some of the things that they've gone through, and I thought it was just a really dope concept to examine. And it's not, all about, oh, he did me wrong and I'm so sad. It's some real songs in there that I talk about, some of my shortcomings in relationships and some things that I learned. So I'm really excited to share that, and hopefully some of the ladies will appreciate it as well, kind of talking about some of the things that we don't necessarily do right when we're in relationships.
For sure. I'm glad you talk about the stuff y'all don't do right. Give me a rundown on who you are, where you from, and what you've been doing, because you're kind of new to me.
Yeah. Well, so I grew up in Glenarden.
Okay.
And I have been singing for a long time, but I've always been under a band, or at one point I lived in New York and I was doing some work there, so I've never really come out full force, full throttle as Patrice Live. So that's why it's probably new, but I'm sure we've run into each other at some point, within the music industry. So the project was produced by one of my good friends, my big brother, Kevin Rutledge. He's from the area, and a few other awesome producers from the area. I had a few writers on there, one of them being another one of my big brothers, In Your Face, we call him The Weapon. But he wrote a few tracks, including the lead single, Jump Back.
Now look at me, I got a pop when I walk. Jump back to push a 6 down set. Jump back, it on my own, no sweat. BDS cuts on my chest. Jump back, jump back. Just from the crib out west.
And then I wrote quite a few songs on the album. But again, it's a body of work. A lot of people put out singles, but I was very interested in putting together a body of work, and I was very particular about the order of the songs, So I'm really excited. Other than that, I went to Flowers High School in the DMV, and I actually wrote the school song at Flowers.
The school song as far as sports?
No, when you graduate and you sing that alma mater song.
Did they pay you?
They didn't. They owe me some checks.
They owe me some checks. We need some checks.
They owe me some checks. No, it was an honor, because the school was new, so they didn't have a song, and they asked people who were interested, and I actually just was like, okay, I wrote something, and now it's kind of down in history. I think that's my proudest moment, in terms of songwriting.
For sure. Let's talk inspirations.
Sure. So I would say that Shaka Khan, Patti LaBelle, they're my inspirations in terms of performing. I love Brandy, just love Brandy, and you'll hear some of those influences in my music, just a lot of her background vocals, and I love that. But then I love rap music. I love Tupac. We got the same birthday, so it's just different. I love all different types of genres, and one of my favorite singers is Billie Holiday. Used to sing with Belladonna, the go-go band Belladonna. I've sung with a lot of bands, on U Street, Indulge, things like that. I've also singing in church. So I've been doing it for a while and finally just coming out. But I'm new to everybody coming out in this way, like coming out full force, you know, really like taking it to the next level. It's really tough. I mean, the industry is saturated, on top of the fact that, you know, because they rely on artists to do a lot of the groundwork on their own. You got to have money. You got to put out your own music videos. You got to do your own shows. Like, record labels aren't looking to just put up a ton of money. And so, especially as an R&B artist, you know, when trap music is huge and you know, country is huge, like R&B is not really as prevalent as it used to be. So you really got to grind and make a name for yourself. So
Sure.
it's difficult.
Let's go into my field. Let's go into social media.
Sure.
How are you going to use social media to put your product on a better platform, a better scale, and let them know where to find you?
Sure. So you can follow me on Instagram at Patrice Live. My website is patricelive.com. Also on Facebook, all Patrice Live. So make sure you remember that. But social media is huge, and you know, one thing that we're actually going to do, my management team and I had talked about it. We really want to highlight. My movement is called the Wonder Woman movement. I joke, but I'm serious when I say I feel like a superhero when I step on stage. Everything speeds up and goes really fast, but for once I feel prepared and ready. I'm a Gemini. I'm crazy, just a little bit. And I'm very sensitive. I can do whatever I want to do, and I can't wait to prove a lot of people wrong.
Hey, it's Patrice. Leave a message and I'll call you back. Trying to get things right, make sure that...
So I wear so many different hats as a woman and as a businesswoman, as a singer. So I wanted to really highlight other women who are doing their thing, not necessarily in music, but you know, if you're a doctor but you're a single mother and you volunteered, like that's a Wonder Woman to me. So on social media, I use the hashtag Wonder Woman, and I really try to highlight other women who are doing their thing. And to me, a Wonder Woman is just somebody who is not afraid to follow their dreams, who's not afraid of what anybody has to say. They, you know, love their family and they love their friends, but they're still pursuing their passion, and that's important to me because that's exactly what I'm doing. So I'll use that hashtag, and I think we're even talking about maybe doing a contest where a Wonder Woman, I'll take her out for like a spa day or something.
Who's a Wonder Woman? Who's a Wonder Woman right now? Like, who's somebody right now, you know, locally, and you know, whoever right now? Give me an example of a Wonder Woman.
That's a good question. Well, my squad, I call them my squad, but a lot of my friends are Wonder Women. So even on my team, you know, from my stylist to my management to assistant, I mean, we're mothers and we're wives and we volunteer. We have other businesses outside. So I would say my whole team, my whole squad, I only run with Wonder Women. You just watched my interview with PATisDOPE. Make sure you check me out at my album release party June 19th. If you're in the DC area, go to patricelive.com to get more details. Also, look out for my reality series that chronicles my whole life and the process that it took to get to this point of releasing my album. And that comes out August 2015. And don't forget to grab my newest single, Jump Back, on iTunes today.